All right. Well, obviously, we got a big game, uh, going on tonight, with Seattle. I know they're a really good team. Before I begin this press conference, I just want to give my condolences to Bill about his mother, Jeanette, who passed away a few days ago at the age of 98. Uh, Good for her that she managed to live that long. But again, my condolences go out to Bill. That's unfortunate. But as far as Seattle goes, they got a really dangerous offense. Obviously, Russ is you know most likely the most accurate deep ball thrower in the league, and then with Josh just joining the team and DK. And Chris Carson is a really hard runner. So they lost Jimmy Graham, but they can. I don't know who their replacement tight end is, but that they're still a really good offensive team. So I'll take your questions regarding Seattle.
All right, first question. Stephanie Jenkins, followed by Iko Fujimoto.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you?
Good. I just want to say, I know your birthday was yesterday, but happy birthday.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so the first question I have for you is just about Seattle and just your overall respect for them as a team in general. They've been a very successful team.
Yeah, Seattle's a really good. They've been a very successful franchise. I know Pete's been doing a great job with that organization. With that the Super Bowl, they are a Super Bowl team. 43-8 against Denver. That's a huge statement to make for a Super Bowl score. So obviously they're a really dangerous team offensively. So that's going to be a big challenge for our defense.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, next question. Yuko Fujimoto, followed by Mario Andretti. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Fujimoto. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. My question for you is about Jamal Adams. He's obviously a freak of nature. He's all over the field. He can, play the box. He can play. He can guard the pass. He can stop the run. He can really do everything. What's your strategy against Jamal Adams?
Probably most likely just trying to create concepts that really kind of separate us away from him, because maybe send in a couple extra tight ends to block for him on some run plays, because he can blitz the D gap, maybe the C gap. So maybe I'm thinking, we throw in a few concepts to separate us from him so that we're not around him once the player catches the ball. And then for the run, we send in an extra offensive lineman to help account for him. That's what I'm thinking, but, what do I know, right?
Alright, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, Fuji, Oki.
Next question,
Yeah.
Mario Andretti, followed by Dante
Iko,
Smith.
yeah.
Hey, Coach. Hey, how you doing? Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you, Mario. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. My question for you is about Russell Wilson. This guy seems like he can do everything. He's mobile. He's a very accurate thrower. So how do you plan on containing him?
Yeah, Russ is, like I said earlier, he's probably the most accurate deep ball throw we have, or they have. But getting to Russell is going to be really tough. So I'm thinking just maybe some zones. That way we have at least a 3 or 4 man rush going after him, and maybe we have some crossfire blitzes or something like that. But we'll figure it out. I have faith in this. I got faith in this team, this team's defense, more so the defense. But we'll figure it out. But it's not going to be easy, though. I'll tell you that much.
All right. Hey, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, no problem, Mr. Andretti.
Our next next question, Dante Smith, followed by Zijiao Lee. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man? Happy birthday, man.
Hey, thank you, Dante. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. My question for you is about Josh Gordon. He's a Seahawk now, so do you still feel, the same way towards him as he was when he was on the Patriots, or do you kind of feel any ill will towards him?
No, I don't feel any ill will towards anybody. I'm proud of Josh. For him to be able to still, play the game that he loves and play it with a really good quarterback and with a really good receiver on the other side. They got DK Metcalf, and so they got DK, and now they have Josh. And I think Phil, is on the Seahawks now. So we're gonna have a couple familiar faces tonight. So that'll be fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Dante.
Our next question, Zijiao Lee, followed by Eric Sampson. Hi, how are you? How are you?
I'm good, Zijiao. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My question for you is about Chris Carson and the running back. The running back. He's a pretty hard runner. He runs pretty much as hard as anyone else in the league. So how you plan on stop him?
Yeah, Chris is a really good running back. He runs, as hard as anyone in the league. He can hurdle people. He's got good balance. He's a tough kid. Young. He's still young, but I think he's a really strong running back. So obviously, going back to the tackling and reach tackling and fundamentals, conservative tackling, aggressive tackling. Doing whatever we got to do to contain the run as much as we can.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Our next question is Eric Sampson, followed by Edward G. Robinson. Hey, Jim, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
Alright, so the question for you is about DK Metcalf and, his overall ability. I think he put up, 160, in a game last year. I think he had 1,000 yards last year, but, no one ever talks about him. So how much credit do you think DK really deserves?
I think DK is a really special receiver. I think he could be useful for really any route. He could just use his body and just bully people. So that's going to be a big test for JC. Because most likely we're going to be putting Stefan on Josh if he's playing. Depending on who's playing, that's going to determine the personnel defensively. But DK obviously is a really special guy. He can track the ball. He can run clean routes. And obviously he's a big, huge guy. So obviously he's a red zone threat. So that's going to be, again, that's part of our test defensively, is containing really two guys and a really, really elite quarterback who can throw the ball downfield better than anybody.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, you're welcome, Eric.
Our next question is Edward G. Robinson, followed by Melissa DeFanto. Coach, happy birthday.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you.
So, my question for you is, how do you think Cam has been doing so far?
Cam's been doing fine. Obviously with what happened last week, that's neither here nor there. That's between him and Jerome, and him and himself. But I just care about his ability to score for the team and help the team win, which he has been doing. So he got a couple touchdowns on the ground. Now I got to see if he can start throwing through the air and get some touchdowns. But I'm sure he could be able. I'm sure he could do that.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, no problem, Edward.
Next question is Melissa DeFanto, followed by Kurt Chang. Hi, Jim. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, no problem. My question for you is about your offensive line. And, this defense, it's got a couple blitzers and, Bobby Wagner's all over the field. So, how do you plan on containing the offensive line? Or containing the defensive line, rather?
The defensive line, I think, is, obviously the defensive line is pretty good. I remember they used to have Bruce Irvin. Bruce Irvin used to be there. I think Cliff Averill used to be there. Michael Bennett used to play for them. But I'm not too familiar with the defensive line. But I think Jerron Reed, I think is his name. I might be completely wrong, but he's, at least I thought he was one of the defensive tackles on the team. Might be wrong, but Bruce Irvin, I think, is there now, but I might be wrong. But, obviously Bruce Irvin's a really, big, intimidating guy. So, the defensive line, with Dante gone, we got, the offensive line, it'll progress. It'll get better one game at a time. And I think Joe and David and Shaq are really the leaders on that offensive line. And then we got Jermaine, who isn't too familiar with the scheme quite yet. And then we got Isaiah, who just can't stay healthy, to be honest with you. But, it'll get better with time, hopefully.
Next question is Kurt Chang, followed by Weston Fields. Thank you, Jim, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome, Melissa.
Hey, guys,
Hey, how are you, Kurt?
Just wanted to, how do you think Cam Newton will play against the Seahawks?
Cam, I hope he does well. I think Seattle actually had the 8th worst QBR or deep ball yards or play action yards or something like that. But I think we can attack them through the air. I'm not too sure about on the ground because of Jamal and Bobby, but I think through the air we might have a shot. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. So we'll figure it out and we'll make adjustments based off of the defense.
Hang on, Jim.
Yeah, you're welcome, Kurt.
Alright, that's last question is Weston Fields, and then it'll be me. Hey, Cuz, how you doing?
Hey, Weston, how are you?
So, the question for you is about the secondary, and how do you think with the struggling offensive core and the struggling wide receiving core against the pretty elite secondary, even though I think top 8, I think, in yards allowed and QBR, but still a pretty good secondary back there, especially with Jamal. So, just how do you think your offense can attack the secondary?
Pretty much the same thing I told Kurt. We'll just wait and see, and we'll see what happens based off of the personnel. We'll just act accordingly, and if it's zone, we find the holes. If it's man, well, good luck. But we'll see what happens.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, you're welcome, Weston.
My question for you, from myself, Tim Morgans, is I've been hearing rumors lately about the Browns wanting to trade Odell Beckham, and would you be in favor of that? And if so, how much of a help do you think it would be to your receiver core?
I think getting Odell would be a huge help to the offense as a whole, especially the receiving core. We're down to 3 receivers. We got Julian, we got Nikhil, we got Jacoby and Demir. So 4. We're down to 4 guys. We got no depth. Gunner's on IR. So, we're struggling here. So I think getting Odell would be a great help. We'll look into it and we'll let you know if anything happens. But obviously Odell's a generational talent, but again, you know how I am. I don't care about the drama. I don't care about the kicking net. I don't care about the field goal post. I don't care. I care about his ability to catch balls and run and help the team win. That's all I care about. So I think getting him would be a great help. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna read off the injury report before I let you guys go. Okay. I'm gonna read off the injury report and okay. Let me see if I can get the injury report. Okay, here we go. Okay, week 2. So we got Adam Butler with a shoulder. Jesus Christ. Look at this. What in the hell? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What in the fucking hell is going on here? Oh, well, full. At least they were all limited and all full, so that's good. Alright, so we got Adam. Adam's got a fucked up shoulder, and he was limited. Brandon messed his knee up. He was limited. Julian messed his knee up. Limited. Nikhil, shoulder, limited. Jonathan, damn it, messed his foot up, and he was limited. Dalton Keene, his neck, full participant. Kashima Aliyah, knee, full participant. And Josh Uche, I don't know anything about him, and he messed his ankle up. And Matthew with his knee. And then for the Seahawks, Dwayne Brown, the tackle, messed his knee up. Cedric Ogbuhui messed his pectoral up. Rasheem Green, the defensive end, neck. Philip Dorsett, familiar face. Foot, he was limited, and Jamal with an elbow injury. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. All right, but there's your injury report. I gotta go talk to the guys now. All right, thank you for the questions, guys. Thank you.